Welcome to my spoilers review of Spider-Man No Way Home. And yep, it's spoilers, so you're probably not going to want to be here in case you've not seen it. So yeah, let's just get right into it. And I'm just going to cut to, I think what everybody was probably talking about in this movie is the fact that we have all three Spider-Man in the movie swinging together. And it's not really a surprise. Like, I think everyone who followed, like, the production of this movie, and there's been leaks out there, and so I don't think anyone was surprised. I wasn't surprised. But we have Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield in this movie together, swinging the action, all as Peter Parker, all as Spider-Man. And it was great. And just to see it all play out, I thought it was great. Unfortunately, I didn't see too much of the leaks over the past couple of days because that would have sucked. So yeah, so I was going in not seeing those, and it was so good. And the way they brought him in with Ned, and Ned bringing him in with like using Doctor Strange's ring, like that was pretty cool. Him creating portals and all that. Him and MJ like doing that. Yeah, I thought it was clever. I thought it was cool to see Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire interact with each other at first because they're the OGs, I guess. They came in before Tom Holland, so I love that, and I love all three going over what like different stuff they can do. I mean, Tobey Maguire shooting like the webs out of his hand and not having it be some kind of device, and it's weird because like I always thought that was Spider-Man, but the original Spider-Man was actually someone who had a device that shot webs. So that was like Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland Spider-Man were true to that, but it is cool to see Tobey Maguire in here doing that, and the fact that them being confused of what the Avengers are when they're talking during the final battle, and I thought that was cool as well. And then of course, like Andrew Garfield reminiscing about, of course, his past, about his like about Gwen Stacy, of course, and of course he comes in and saves MJ when she falls, and I think everyone theorized that, so it wasn't really a surprise, but it was cool to see nonetheless. I thought it was awesome. So yeah, and I don't know if I'm gonna go over everything. I'm definitely gonna have to see this movie again, but yeah, it was so good. It was just so great. So yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna miss stuff in this review. But yeah, but them coming in, just them coming in, and like consoling Peter after Aunt May's death. And man, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that in a bit because that is a shocker. Like, who expected that? I mean, some people probably did because we were expecting probably a significant death in this movie. But yeah, so yeah, I mean that happening was crazy. But again, I'll get to that, and yeah, but just seeing all three of them fight in the final battle against all five of the villains, and I'm gonna talk about the villains. I thought the villains were, I thought they're all pretty good in the movie. I gotta admit they're all pretty good coming from the other Spider-Man movies, and yeah, but seeing them all in action, all working it together. Doctor Strange coming back in, and stopping all that from happening. I thought was great. I thought it was great, and man, the villains. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna get to the landing. Of course, I want to talk about the ending first because, of course, we see, of course, at the end of the movie, we have Tom Holland's Peter fighting Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin because you know what happened, of course. But yeah, but we see him Tom Holland's going raging. Like, he's raging, and he's gonna kill Green Goblin with his own spear, of course, or his own a glider. Well, the spear attached to the glider. But yeah, but like his original plan was to, of course, heal all of them and making them better. And it just the rage took over. But I mean, just to see Tobey Maguire come in and save him from killing Norman, that was crazy. That was crazy, but it was very poetic. I mean, I love that scene, and yeah, it just was. I mean, wow. All I can say is wow because it was heart wrenching. But like when Tobey Maguire came in and he saved him, he stopped him from killing Harry. Or I was gonna say Harry, Norman. Like you just felt this like Norman was gonna stab Toby in the back, and it happened. I was like, what? Like I thought Toby had died. I thought he had killed Toby at first because I was like, whoa, no, 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 this cannot happen. This cannot happen. No, we cannot get another significant death in the movie. Fortunately, Toby did not die. He just got stabbed. I don't know where he got stabbed. It wasn't really clear to me where he got stabbed, but yeah. But I mean, of course, Andrew Garfield coming in, tossing the antidote to it's called the antidote, right, or something like that. But yeah, but tossing it to Tom Holland, Tom Holland's Peter to inject in Norman. I thought was a very very good ending to the final fight. And I mean, yeah, and him like Tom Holland realizing that this is the way, and this is the way he wanted it to be, and it's a very like cool thing about Tom Holland's Spider-Man because he wants everyone to be better, and he wanted all the villains to be cured here. And I thought that was cool because you saw these villains die in their other movies. You saw like Green Goblin die, Doc Ock sacrifice himself. I mean, yeah, I mean Electro dying, but not like Sandman. Sandman, of course, and the Lizard did not. But yeah, that was a terrific end to that fight. And yeah, there's so much other stuff. I mean, even Ned getting saved by Doctor Strange's cloak, that was pretty cool as well. And the villains. Let's get to the villains now. The villains, I mean, were good. Talking about Norman Osborn, Willem Dafoe returning as Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. I feel like he brought something extra to this movie. I thought he acted well. And I think it was well directed also. I would have to give credit to John Watts, who directed like all three of these Spider-Man Homecoming movies: Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. But man, yeah, Willem Dafoe brought something extra to this movie, and I thought he was great. I mean, he showed a more vulnerable side. Like I think he did show that in the first Spider-Man, but like him going in to like feast and then like Peter taking him in, I thought like that is something I did not expect from Norman like in the movie. And for the rest of the villains to actually like go with Peter to his like their condo or whatever, like Happy's condo, like that's something I did not expect. I didn't expect them interacting like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Something very unexpected, but you knew like I mean Norman was going to turn later, and when he did, I mean Willem Dafoe brought that too. I thought, oh man, that was great. I mean Willem Dafoe's a great actor, and I mean, just to see him back as Norman, the Green Goblin, wow, he was just great in the role. And of course, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock coming in, and of course Doc Ock at the ending, of course, because they cured him very much earlier in the movie. So him coming in and kind of fooling Jamie Foxx as Electro in it, that was pretty cool to see, and like that he kind of helped out at the end. And I thought Alfred Molina was good, and the bridge scene was, I thought like that was a very good start of the action in this movie. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, Alfred Molina, yeah, he brought it too. He's a fine actor as well. Jamie Foxx as Electro it was kind of interesting for me because I feel like he was the least strongest of the villains. I still liked him, but I feel like his line delivery was a little bit corny at times. Like yeah, but he got cured too. Like he got cured. I mean, it's funny because he was very, very like eccentric in this movie and in Amazing Spider-Man 2. And yeah, and I thought Jamie Foxx was fine. I thought Jamie Foxx was fine in the movie. And Electro was definitely like shown better in this one than Amazing Spider-Man 2, where he was all blue. Like this one, he actually started out as blue, then he transformed into someone that like it was way better than the Electro that was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. So I thought, yeah, Jamie Foxx was cool. I'm trying to forget if there's anything significant he did, but yeah, but they did showcase that he was powerful, but I did like that. And of course, the Lizard and Sandman, I thought, yeah, they were cool as well. I thought they were cool. They were kind of more, they weren't showcased as much in the movie, but I did like them, and I kind of dug they brought back the original actors in the movie. I think it was was Thomas Hayden Church. I think that was him. He was kind of DH though. I think it was kind of weird at the end when they showed him. because it was like, yeah, like I think the CGI for him, the de-aging CGI for him, was kind of a little bit off. Like it kind of gave that Luke at the end of the Mandalorian vibes for me. But yeah, it was fine. It was fine to see him. And then of course Reese Ifans as the lizard, Kurt Connors. Yeah, I think that was him coming back. So yeah, but I mean that was cool as well. Cool to see him back. Yeah, and J. Jonah Jameson. J. Jonah Jameson, not technically a villain, but it's cool to see J.K. Simmons coming in this movie, being more of like a, I guess, a television news side of J. Jonah, kind of like a Alex Jones almost. He's kind of like that. He's kind of like that in this movie. So yeah, but it's like, yeah, it's yeah. I thought J.K. always great. He's an Academy Award winner. I thought he was great as J. Jonah in this movie. So yeah, the villains. I don't know if I'm missing anybody. There was 5 of them, right? It was like the Sinister 5. But yeah, but I kind of dug that they're all cured and they all lived and they're all sent back to their universes. I don't know how that's gonna go in their universes though, because that's kind of weird. I mean, you're sending Norman back into that universe and everyone. I mean, they're gonna like everyone's gonna be like, what's he doing back? Wasn't he the Green Goblin? Didn't he turn people to skeletons or something like that? I don't know. I mean, also Doc Ock. Doc Ock wreaked havoc too, and Electro too. I mean, I don't think no one really notices though that would be Electro though. So yeah, but I thought it was all interesting. Even Sandman in the movie, Sandman who appeared to be helping out Peter at first, but then he was like, "Yeah, I don't really like what's going on here," and he was like, "No, I'm gonna fight against you, Peter." So yeah, but I thought, yeah, all the villains were cool. All the villains I thought were handled well. There were no surprise villains, I don't think, in this movie because they kind of showcased them all in the trailers. So you didn't see a Mysterio in the movie. People thought or theorized the Mysterio was actually going to be Doctor Strange in the movie. Didn't end up happening, and I'm kind of glad it didn't because I didn't want to. Like I think that would have been way too much in the movie that ended up happening. But yeah, but once again, I'm being repetitive, but the villains were all good. Now let's get to one of the heartbreaking moments in the movie, Aunt May dying. And I mean, wow. Didn't see that coming. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us thought Happy would have been the one probably dying in the movie. But of course he didn't. I think that was because like Jon Favreau is also in he's like a showrunner for The Mandalorian and the Star Wars properties. So you're thinking, yeah, he might not have time to do to be like acting anymore, but he's probably gonna still be in it, and it'd be cool to see. But I mean, yeah, Aunt May dying, Marissa Tomei, yeah, man, it was heartbreaking. What I thought was cool though, because like that she did deliver the line, with great power comes great responsibility. That's a cool twist because Uncle Ben's always like the one that always says that, of course. And this is cool. It's like turned it around and gave it to Aunt May and gave her more, more of like a great moment. But you're thinking when she gets up, you're thinking, oh, like, okay, she lived. She got hit really hard by the glider and she lived, okay. But then, like, as soon as like they just goes on, it's just like, okay, yeah. It's just, yeah, she's bleeding. She's gonna die, and that's heartbreaking, man. That is so heartbreaking. But I think Marissa Tomei was great in the movie. I mean, she's good in the first two. I think she didn't really have much to do in the last one. But for this one, I thought she was good. And she believed in Peter. She even thought, after she got hit by the glider and right before she died, that Peter was doing the right thing, even though it resulted in her death. And I thought that was cool. And also wondering, okay, Uncle Ben, is not at all being talked about in this. Like, there's no reference at all to Uncle Ben. So, yeah, like, I don't know. Maybe there wasn't an Uncle Ben in this. I don't know. Maybe Marissa Tomei was just like a single like woman taking in Peter. So yeah, I don't know. I was like because like I was hoping like it wasn't gonna happen, but I was hoping Jason Alexander, George Costanza would come in and play like Uncle Ben, because of course if you watch Seinfeld, there's that episode where he's with like Marissa Tomei, of course. I mean, you have a lane in that like Marvel universe now, so I thought, okay, get George in here. But that's another thing. That's another thing I wanted, didn't end up happening, and wasn't gonna happen at all. But it would have been sick. But man, the ending though, ending. I mean, everyone's forgetting Peter at the end now. I mean, that is. I feel like that's a bold choice because that was like the spell they're gonna do it before, but now everyone's gonna forget Peter Parker, and that's man, that was sad. That was sad because you see at the end of the movie, of course, when MJ and Ned forget that, yeah, he's Peter Parker. They forget that, like, yeah, they forget that they're friends with him, and he's going to the shop where MJ works. That's just like depressing because he wants to tell them, but he's seeing that they're happy, and I'm just guessing that he does not want to bring them into his life as Spider-Man because he knows he's gonna put them in danger, like because they're already in danger pretty much in this movie. So it's like, yeah, probably the smart choice, but also the sad choice because, I mean, you see at the end of the movie, he's alone in an apartment, and yeah, I mean, the only thing missing was the Mr. Ditkovich coming in and asking for rent. But yeah, it is sad because it just seems like he's all alone. Everyone forgot who like Peter was. Even Happy, of course, when uh he was at Aunt May's grave. But yeah, that was like, yeah, kind of like sad. I mean, it was kind of a like it was both an uplifting end to the movie and it was both a sad end of the movie. It was like, if that can happen, I don't know if that's possible. I know the Amazing Spider-Man 2 was kind of that way, but I didn't really care for that movie that much at all. I didn't think that movie was that good. So yeah, but this one I thought like this one was really good, and I might have to say it's great. So yeah, but I mean the ending's bold. I don't know if it's like if it's an excuse for Sony to take over, like take back the full rights of Spider-Man and end their partnership with Marvel, because that like I don't know if they're gonna do that. I think they're actually partnering up for more Spider-Man movies in the MCU, but none of the like Avengers would know he's Spider-Man now, right? Because like yeah, Doctor Strange is gonna forget, but he's gonna be part of the Avengers, but his secret identity is gonna be like intact now again. So yeah, I thought that was like, yeah, I thought that was weird. It's gonna be weird how they have it, and I mean I hope Spider-Man's part of the MCU. So yeah, we'll see. And yeah, yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, yeah, the ending was like I think ending was great. Spider-Man beating Doctor Strange though. I mean, that's earlier in the movie. I thought that was a cool little conflict with Doctor Strange, him going in the mirror dimension, and Spider-Man actually beating him. Like that was actually cool to see because you see that they put like Doctor Strange puts Spider-Man in his like astro form. I think that's what it's called, right? I think that's what it's called. But like it was interesting because like Peter actually like Spider-Man actually beat him and got back in his body. So I'm kind of like, does he have something, or is it like is his spider senses like the one? Is that the thing that kind of like that beat Doctor Strange in that sort of way? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. But yeah, that was cool to see Spider-Man beat Doctor Strange. Even though I love Doctor Strange, I love Benedict Cumberbatch playing Doctor Strange. I always got to see him in this movie a lot because he is definitely one of my favorite actors, Benedict. So I thought he was cool as well. And we also got the confirmation of Matt Murdock in here. Matt Murdock coming in at the start of the movie, and he wasn't in much though. He just came to their apartment, and he was just like, "Yeah, the charges are dropped." You're like, I thought that was cool, but they showed that scene where, yeah, someone's throwing a brick through their window, and like he catches it. Okay, yeah, I don't know, like he's a blind man who catches a brick just like that, and they're like, they have to be wondering though. They have to be wondering like that. Like, see someone. He's got to be someone. But I think with the whole mess they were in, they were like, yeah, we're probably gonna like not pay attention to that. We're probably gonna ignore that. That's not the top of our priority list, I guess. So yeah. But Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox playing Matt Murdock. It was cool to see him for like the little we saw of him in this movie, and I think he's going to be in the Echo series now. And with, of course, Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk, of course, in the MCU now, in Hawkeye. Holy shit. Yes. Give me a Daredevil series now. But we probably will see him, of course, in Echo, as I said. But yeah, it's cool to see Matt Murdock. And yeah, and that's like that start of the movie, though. That start of the movie where that all happened. That's probably my one little negative of this movie, where I feel like the first 10 or 15 minutes were like they were very frantic. It was almost like a montage. Like it was weird because it starts off with the like it starts off where it ended in the last movie, of course, with Mysterio revealing that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And that whole thing with the start of the movie with like everyone's like going up to MJ and saying you're Spider-Man's girlfriend and they're going after Peter. And one guy even dives after Peter. It's like, man, I would feel so like I would feel so angry if I was like Spider-Man and everyone was like against me. I was like I will, I would have been like I saved the world. I helped save the world. I mean, I helped keep people alive, and now you're gonna believe some idiot, some idiot Mysterio, like he's saying that I killed him and he was a real hero. But yeah, but Mysterio had those ways. So I thought, okay, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It was actually kind of cool to see some of like the public be against Peter in the movie, and yeah, even Jay Jonah influencing all that. But yeah, I don't even know what else to talk about. Am I missing anything in this movie? I know I'm gonna have to see it again because like so much. There's so much in the movie. I feel like I missed a lot. And well, I think one of the problems with me seeing the movie at the theater I was at, or in the room I was at, in the theater room I was in, that I think the screen was a bit too dark because there was these scenes in the movie where when it was dark, it just felt way too dark. Like I don't know, or it felt a bit too dark. Like the scene on, like the scene on the roof where Toby and Andrew come in and console Peter about like losing Aunt May, of course, him being sat on on the roof of the school building. Oh, even that when they go in the science room and they do all their like the formula for the antidote, I thought that was cool. But when they're on the roof, like it was get really dark on screen, and I don't know, it was just like when they show like Toby or no, when they show the Andrew Garfield, I can only see his head for some reason, but I don't know if that was like meant to be that way or if it was just a theater screen, but I don't know. It could be the theater screen, but that's only one little problem I had with the theater I was in. But like of all that, it was good. It was good to see it in front of an audience because I haven't seen a movie with a big audience in quite a while. Probably the last time I like saw a movie like that was when I saw The Rise of Skywalker, which was trash, by the way. Oh, okay. If you like The Rise of Skywalker, I'm sorry, but I wasn't a big fan of that movie. But yeah, but it was cool. It was cool to see this movie, and yeah, I don't know if I went over everything. I think it just like I'm definitely gonna have to see it again. I'm definitely gonna have to see this movie again sometime in the future, sometime in the near future, because I'm thinking I missed stuff in this review, and I need to see it again. Of course, I need to see it. The action was awesome. So as far as Spider-Man movies, I don't know if this is the best though. It might be. It's too early to say, but I will say I think it's the best one with Tom Holland in the MCU. Yeah, I would say that it's better than Far From Home. It's better than Homecoming because I thought those movies were good. Like the Homecoming was really good. I thought like Michael Keaton playing the Vulture and that was good. So yeah, that was a good opening to Tom Holland and the MCU Spider-Man. And Far From Home for me, I thought was good also. Had some really good action. But I feel like for me, it was kind of a little bit of a step down, but it was still almost on par with Homecoming. But this one, I mean, took all leaps and bounds over both of them. And I think it's the best so far of the MCU Spider-Man series. So yeah, it's really good. It's really good. So yeah, so awesome movie. Awesome movie. That's all I have to say. I'm losing my voice. But I'm definitely gonna see this movie again, as I said, like for the third or fourth time in this review. So yeah, so I'm gonna end things here. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming or Homecoming? Spider-Man No Way Home. No Way Home. But what are your thoughts? What was your favorite part of the movie? What was the thing that shocked you the most about this movie? What was the unexpected thing you didn't know that was going to happen in this movie? Yeah, tell me down below. And overall, what do you thought about the movie? Tell me that as well. And you can check out my reviews on my channel, I guess. I have some reviews, I guess. You can check out my channel for gaming, of course, also. But I've been reviewing Hawkeye, of course. And then the last episode of Hawkeye comes out next week. So should be cool. Hopefully it's a good finale. And yeah, we'll see some Kingpin. Yeah, we'll see some Kingpin in there. So yeah, can't wait to watch that and review that. So should be awesome. After that. Oh, I forgot. The post-credits. I forgot about the post-credits scenes. The second one, the first one in the mid-credits. No. No. I don't know, man. Like with Tom Hardy being in there as Venom. I don't know. Thing is, I didn't really like the first Venom movie. I haven't seen the second one, but I did see the post credits to that movie though. So that post credit scene takes place it takes place with Tom Hardy being coming into the universe, right? I'm guessing because he disappears out of it. So that would have to be, but he leaves he leaves a piece of the symbiote, of course, behind. And Danny Rojas is there. Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso is the waiter. So Danny Rojas is going to be Venom. I don't know. But yeah, the scene, I didn't really care about it, but I'm sure a lot of people are fans of the Venom movies. Probably are happy about that. And we're going to see, I guess, some form of Venom in probably the next Spider-Man movie coming up. Whenever that is. Probably not going to be for a while now with the MCU as it is right now. But we'll see. We'll see when it is. But the second one wasn't even a mid-credit or wasn't even a post-credit scene. It was a trailer for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, or the Madness in the Multiverse. Do I get that reversed? Did I get it right the first time? But the trailer was so good. And I don't know, man. I don't know if I can review a trailer inside this review, but it was just so good. I mean, seeing Baron Mordo in there and seeing, of course, Wanda and, of course, Doctor Strange. I mean, I really like the first one. We're finally going to get a second one. I mean, we had the Avengers too with Doctor Strange also in this movie. But man, the ending of that trailer with Supreme Doctor Strange. Do I have that right? Supreme Doctor Strange? I think I have that right. But coming in from the What If series. And that was actually probably the best episode of the What If series too, with that Doctor Strange episode. Man, I can't wait for that. It comes out in May. Holy shit. Doctor Strange, baby. We're going to get that in May. I can't wait for that movie. So, yeah. Those are the after credit scenes I wanted to go over because I forgot about them. And yeah, but it's going to be cool to see Doctor Strange, Wanda, Baron Mordo, Wong. Yes. Yeah. They're all going to be in there. So, yeah. So that's just what I want to go over. Probably I may do a trailer review for that later. I don't know. But this was my spoilers review for No Way Home. So, yeah. After all that, I'm just going to say goodbye because I already said you can comment down below. So do that. And until next time, I will see y'all later. Reindeer out. Oh, no. Spidey out.